Hello, dear esteemed parents and coding learners. You are welcome to this video. In this video, I will be teaching you how to create an email, either as a parent helping your kids to create email or as an underage child less than 18 years old who wants to create email for your coding skills. Now, it is important you have an email as a coding student or learner. You must have an email, and I will quickly give you 3 reasons why you need an email. Number 1 is that an email is the source of your app. Every app you see on earth, on Google Play Store or an iOS store or anywhere in the world, has a source. So when a developer, for instance, develop an app, and someone who knows how to code pick the app and try to work on it and want to claim the ownership of it, the source of the app will identify the true owner of the app. So when you have an email, all the apps, games and cartoon you are programming will be connected to your mail, and it is made in such a way that it will show the very minute, the second and the day that you started that particular project. So you need an email which will serve as a source of your source that the idea or the project or the app belongs to you, that you are the one who has or who created it. 2, an email is a proof of the history of your coding journey. Remember, this coding is a tech skill, and every tech kid or tech individual who has made exploit has a history. So when you are coding and every app or game you develop is connected to an email, it will always be showing how your progress is or how you are doing, how you are progressing, such that later in the future, when that opportunity comes for you to do something global and you said, oh, I started my coding journey when I was, for instance, 9 years old or 7 years old, and they say, wow, do you have any proof for that? All you need to do is to go to your email and then pick one of your projects and show them. The project will show them the very day, the time, and all other adjustments you have made on that project. So you need an email to show progress, your historical progress for your coding journey. And then lastly, for parents, this particular one benefit parents. And the third reason why every coding learner need an email is that parents will be able to monitor their activities on the internet, right? So if your child create an email, the type of email that an underage child is permitted to create is what we call family mail, and that family email will be connected to your own email as parent, and your phone number will be used. So when that child want to enter any site or want to explore anything at all on the internet, Google will send you a message as parent that, oh, your child wants to go to this site. Will you want the child to do that? If you say yes, the child will now access that site. But if you say no, the child cannot go to that site. So as parents, this will even help you to be able to monitor some of the activities of your child on the internet. We have some children or some kids who are not properly guided when it comes to technology, and they just enter blindly, and a lot of them has entered sites and places that they ought not to enter. Some of those pornography sites and unwholesome sites that are not worthy of their age. So but when you as parents are involved in this email creation, it will help you to monitor and supervise sites that they are exploring. And every site that you permit them will only be sites that has something to do with the skill that you have registered them for. So I think even if you don't want to register them, so that it will be a source and a proof that they are the one who started that project or who have that idea, or you don't want to do it because you don't want them to show the progress of their coding journey, you should be able to create an email for them so that you can be monitoring what they are doing online. You can be checking what you will know every step that they are taking. Google will tell you. Wherever they are visiting, Google will tell you. So I think the last reason is very, very important for every reasonable parent to have. So as parents, you must, and it is highly necessary for you to guide or help your child create an email. So I'm going to be showing you all the steps that you need to take, step by step activity you need to carry in order for your child to have an email. To do this, you will need your own email as parents. So if you are a parent, you don't have a functioning email, please first go and create your own email and make sure that your email is functioning. But if you already have one, the one that is on your phone, then you are good to go. So you need an email and you need a phone number. And it is better you create this email using a laptop. Create it using a laptop, not a phone. If you don't have option of a laptop, you can now manage and see if you can work it through a phone. But it is proper you create it using a laptop. You can even go to a business center, or you can connect to me. Just comment below this video on my YouTube channel. Comment below this video, and then I will see how I will get in touch with you to use my own personal laptop and help you create the email for your child. So I think that will be one of the ways I will help. Right? So you need an email, you need a phone number. Those are the two things you need. You need an email, a phone number, a laptop, and an internet connection. Of course, those ones are basic. You know it's online, so you need to have an internet connection before you can do it. So let's go into the email proper, and let me show you how the steps you will need to take in order to create an email for your ward. Now, there are two methods you can use in order to create an email for your child. But in whichever case, the first thing you do is to open Google Chrome. So you can see it here. You just click on this Google Chrome and then it will bring you to this site. So step 2 is to select any of these two methods. So at this site, you can see that there are two options: sign in and continue without an email. Now, if you click on sign in, it will give you a different pattern. If you click on continue without an email, it will give you a different pattern. So I will do it starting with the first method, which is to sign in. So when you click on sign in, this is what you will see. Now, I have created email previously, so you can see all the emails that I have. Now, all you need to do is to go and click on add. You click on that add. You can see it here. So when you click on it, it will bring you here. Now, let me also say that if the laptop you are using is a brand new laptop that there have never been any email inside, you will not see all those emails that you saw previously. All you will see is this particular site here. Now, this is the only thing that will come up when you click on Google Chrome from your desktop. This is where it will bring you. So let's start with the first method. I will click on sign in. Now, if I click on sign in, this is where it will bring me. So step 3 is for me to now click on create account. To sign in means that I want to put in my email. It's like I have a house on the internet on Google and I want to use my key to open my door. Right? That's what sign in literally means. But I don't want to put in my email and enter into my email. I want to create a new email. So you can see create account. So that is what I'm going to click on. So you click on create account. Good. Now, can you see the 3 options? They said for personal use, for my child, and for work or business. So which one are you doing? I'm doing for my child. So that is the one you are going to click. You will click create for my child. So I will click on it. Beautiful. Now you can see they have now given me where I will write. So they are asking me the first name. So I will put the first name of my child. Then I will also fill in the last name. I decided to do a change. I use last name first and first name last because I wanted the email to start from the first name to the last name. Then I'll click on next. Then I will choose his date of birth. You know when they give birth to your child, so choose the date of birth that is appropriate to your child. Remember that child must be an underage child. If the child is above 18, it's expected that the child should create the email by themselves and it will no longer be under your supervision again. So I will put the age, and then I'll also select the gender of my child. It's a boy, so I'll select male. Then I also click on next. Good. They are now giving me options. How do I want the name? Do I want it isaiahedagu@gmail.com, or I want Edagu as which one? So I'll choose the first one, and then I'll click on next, so that it will give me the next question. Good. Now I have to create a password for my son. And remember, a good password has 3 elements. Number 1 is alphabet A, B, C, D, and the rest. Number 2, numbers 1, 2, 3, and number 3, characters, which it can be plus, minus, hash, star, any symbol you just like. So you must be able to put these 3 together in order to create a password. So for me, I have just created a password for my son. Good. Now this is where I am now getting involved as parents. They are now asking me, confirm you are not a robot. So I'm going to be using the code, Nigerian code. So you look for Nigeria and pick the code, that is +234, right? So I've picked the code and add my phone number to it. You pick the code, then you add your phone number. Remember to remove the first O in your phone number. If it is, for instance, if your number is 080, just write a +234, then 7 something something something. So immediately they will send you a code into your phone number. Google will send a code to your phone number. Pick that code, it's a 6-digit. Pick that code and type it back into this space that is provided where you see G something. So I've typed it in already, and then I'll click on next. So it will now bring me here. Now they say get help from a parent. Now it's expected that me as parent will now get involved at this point by typing my email. So I'm putting my email for my son. So you can see this is my email. After typing my email, then I will also put in my password. Then Google will know that yes, I'm in support of him creating this email. Now I have read this thing before, but it's important you read it. These are the terms and conditions of this email you are creating for your son. So you have to check in the box. So I've checked in the box, and then I will click on next to continue. So I've checked in the box. You can see, read it up so that you can know what it entails. But I've read it already, and that's why I can just go ahead. So I'm done. So I'll click on next. Good. Now they're asking me to put in my password. So I will quickly type my password. This is my password to the email I just fixed now. So I'll quickly put in the password. Then I'll also click on next. Then they can now so these are all the steps you take in step 4 when you are filling the form, right? Good. Now Google has sent a 2-step verification to my email. Now I have to go to this email to check this 2-step verification. In this 2-step verification, you see Google will say Edagu, Isaiah Edagu wants to create an email. Do you accept to manage it for him? Then I will say yes, I am the one. It's an email. When you say you are the one, then you will see 3 options will come out. Like in my phone right now, there are 3 options. I have 34, 36, and 85. Then I will click on 36 because 36 is what you are seeing on the screen now. So once I click on 36, then Google will automatically acknowledge that truly I am the one, and then they will open the next page, and this is the next page. Now in this next page, Google is asking me to choose settings for my son. Which setting? Do I want express personalization or I want manual personalization? Express personalization is like automation, like selecting everything automatically, but manual means one after the other. So I will just choose express personalization. Now they are showing me terms and conditions, and now I will also click on accept. Now they are asking me to select what features or facilities I want my son to enjoy in his email. What are the things I want him to visit? Do I want him to access YouTube, Facebook, and the rest? sorry, YouTube, Google, and the rest. So I will just choose what I want him to enjoy, and then I will proceed to the next stage. I still have another place to set another setting to do, and they say confirm Edagu settings and cookies. So I will just select and then I'll click on OK. Then this is the section of privacy. How do I want his privacy setting be? I will just select OK, then creating account. So you can see now you are done with all the steps. You have filled all the form, you have selected the setting and everything. Your account, you created a Google account for Edagu. Can you see? So they say I've created a Google account for Edagu, which is true. So I will select yes, confirm. So the account will be confirmed, and this is how to create an account using the first method of sign in, right? So if this first method didn't work for you, then you check the second method. Meanwhile, the last step on this method is to log into the email. Now this is the email, right? This is the email. So just log into the email by clicking on the mail, right? Now let's look at the second method. Let's look at the second method. In the first method we use sign in. In the second method we are going to use what? Continue without an email. This method is long. There are 7 steps you will go through before you can use this method. So remember, your browser will be open and then you will see this. So when you see it, the first thing you will do is to select the option you want to, and in this case we are using continue without an email. So then step 3 is for you to fill in some basic information, right? Fill in so the number 1 basic information is name. You will put in name, then the button will be active. You click on it and then it will open the add section. So you will click on more and another section will open. You also click on more, then you will see another section, the last section. Then you click on got it. Then it will now open up to you the search space where you can type what you want to do. So it has opened this space. So I'm going to type create Gmail account. Good. You can see an option that's come up. So I'll click on it. Now when I click on it, you can see it's asking me to confirm that I am not a robot by giving me some questions to answer. So in this case I am asked to answer to tick a car. So I will tick the car, the ones that look like a car, and confirm it, right? So I've done the ticking. After the ticking, some of the question I answer is not correct for them, so they gave me another one which I'm still going to answer. So after you are done answering it, then it will now be what? Activated. Good. It has now been verified. Now that it is verified, it's now saying click on the first option. Now that it has not been verified, now you will see options of how the site to click in order to create your email. Look at all the options. So I will click on the first one, which is create a Gmail account. So I will click on this option now. So as I click on it, you can see some steps to be followed. So I will click on the first step, which is create an email. You can see it there. Then it will now bring me here. So at this point, this is where we saw when we had the step from the step 1 in the first method. This place now is the same thing with the step 1 of the first method. So all other activities that were done previously from step 1 to 4 of the previous is just trying to do what we need to do in order to come to this point. This point is where you now start doing the same thing you did in the step 1 method. You will have to start filling the form and submitting other details as required by you by Google. So at this point, you are to go back to step 1 and do the same method you saw in that step. I hope this is clear. If you have any question, just comment below this video and I will get back to you to help you resolve it. Thank you all.